Hello, this is Dr. Jeff Brooks from the University of Tennessee Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery Department. Today I'm going to review how to set default settings for your preferences for displaying the MPR views and the 3D rendering in LED imaging Xelis software. The purpose of this tutorial is to educate the end user on how to set the default settings so that every time you open a volume, the contrast brightness and the CT world called window leveling will be set appropriately, and the 3D rendering will be set like you prefer each time you open it on this particular workstation. So first, let's address the 3D rendering. So I'm going to maximize the 3D rendering window, and notice that this is certainly not my preferred setting for the 3D view. So I'm going to click on the histogram bar so that I can see the histogram that's presently being rendered in the 3D view. I'm going to click on Load Preset, and I'm going to select the preferred rendering, which in this case is my CT Facial 3. I'm going to right mouse click on this and set as default so that each time, and click yes, and each time that this is opened in the future, this 3D rendering will open appropriately. So I'm going to select this preferred rendering, and you'll notice the histogram changes and my 3D rendering changes as well. This is now my default setting, and will show up appropriately as the default setting, and will open up the software with this rendering in the future. So I'm going to change. I don't like the contrast ratio, the contrast and brightness, excuse me, on the MPR view. So I'm going to change that. If you'll notice down in the lower right hand corner of your histogram, you'll see the values for the window level and the window width. So I'm going to change that currently by increasing the level to about 900. Let's say 900. And the width is approximately 4,000, 3789. Let's say for me that's the values that I'll like. Every practitioner has different preferences on brightness and contrast, or windowing, we'll say. But for me, this is the value I like. So I'm going to click on Utilities and Settings, click on Options, and I'm going to set the default windowing to, in this case, 3789, and the level to 908 to match the values that were in the lower right hand corner of the histogram. By doing this, each time I open a volume from this point on, the window level and window width will be set to those values, and the 3D rendering will be set to CT Facial 3 from this point on, because this is now currently my default value.